All right, we're going to go ahead and make this mounting plate. Uh, Taking a look here, I've got a rectangular prism with a hole with 5 holes and this circular groove in it. Most of this is pretty straightforward. I'm going to create a rectangle that we'll use our corner rectangle, 2 by 3. I'm sorry, 3 by 4. 3 by 4. And then we will create a couple of circles. It has a 1, 2, 3, 4. Third circle being a construction line. So the circle there is a construction line. Q on the keyboard gets you the shortcut to construction lines. The circles are 0.875, 1.5 inches in diameter, 2 inches. That number is going to be useful later. And the last one is 2.5. Okay, we have 4 circles are on the outside. Get those to line up. Make sure those center points line up with each other. We get this last one. I'll make sure that it lines up with both circle 1 and circle 3. And then we'll set them all to be the same size. And the dimension of those was 1/4 inch. Okay. They're 2 inches apart in this direction. 3/4 of an inch from each end. And a 1/2 inch from the side. Do your best to get those dimensions nice and neat. Once you have all that, you're all sketched out, ready to go. And extrusion. Turn the sketch back on. Make sure to include everything but the center. There we go. All right. Now I have my sketch turned back on, and we're going to go ahead and create this gullet hair. To do that, I need a plane. Now, if you created this from the origin, like I did on my original, you're not going to need to create a separate plane. You just use the right plane, but I didn't. I'm duplicating this, so you have to create a plane. Offset, actually mid-plane. Let's go mid-plane. Yeah, let's use mid-plane. So we use that plane and that plane. So that creates a plane in the middle between those two faces. And so I'm going to hide my first part so it's out of my way. And we're going to go ahead and add a sketch to that plane. Okay, so if you, again, if you did this from the origin, you don't need to create the plane, you just create the sketch on your right plane. Now I'm going to go ahead and add some points. Coincident, I'll try to use that line. Let's see if I can get a. So I want to, so I get a point here. That's not going to work for me. So that was, let's go back to my visual sketch. I've got that circle, so it's a 1 inch. So the distance from center to the first one, to the first part of the groove is 1.5, and the outer part of the groove is 2.5. So we're going radius, we're going from center to here is going to be 3/4, and from here to here will be 1 1/4. Let's go back into that sketch before. So this point will be along that line, 3/4 of an inch in. Okay, I'm going to need a vertical line to serve as a revolution point from here vertically. That's just going to be a construction line, so I'm going to click that construction line. Now we're going to hide that part for the moment. So the profile of this dish is semicircular. So using the 3-point arc, I know that it starts here, ends there. Now all I need is a radius. And I believe the radius was 0.5. No, that wasn't right. Let me go back to the sketch. We'll save that for a second. Go back to bearing track sketch. It was a 1/2 inch across. Yeah, radius of 0.5. So let's see what I did wrong. Oh, move that above. That needs to be up here with a radius of 0.5. There we go. So there you have it. So there's my bearing track. And what we're going to do, we'll turn that back on. We're going to revolve this profile around this axis, which will give us the bearing track. Of course, we'll do it as a cutout. So turn that back on, hit the revolve button, and we will remove. And it's going to be tricky to find that, so I'm actually going to hide that for a second. We'll turn that profile, that axis. It's a remove. Turn it back on. And there it is. So you have to toggle this on and off, and that's probably the trickiest part. There's probably an easier way to do it, but that works for me, and hopefully that works for you. So good luck, have fun, as always, keep being awesome.